It was Eric Maria Remarque, the author of All Quiet on the Western Front, who said a hospital alone shows you what war is. This may not be a hospital, but it is an ambulance transporting a Ukrainian soldier who's been wounded on the front line to hospital. We have here inside our car a patient after injury in shrapnels, and straight after operation is got amputation his limb, low limb. He was treated immediately on the battlefield where he was injured near Bakhmut by his comrades. From there he was taken to a stabilization point, the closest field hospital to the front line, where doctors were able to perform emergency treatment to get him stable. From there he was taken to a second hospital, and he's now on his third journey to a hospital in central Ukraine, where he will begin the long and no doubt difficult road to his recovery and rehabilitation, adjusting to life without the lower part of his right leg. Now almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and there are 2 more ambulance crews have been called out. We're about to go and join one of them. The teams here work 24 hours 7. They say it's very, very rare that any of them get a full night's rest. The story of the war is told really in the bodies and the injuries to its victims. The man behind me has taken a shrapnel wound to the front of his head. It's a serious head wound, but in many ways perhaps he's one of the lucky ones. He's still breathing for himself. The doctors here have given him some oxygen and some painkillers, and the main priority now is to move him to a more advanced, to a larger hospital where he can have the next stage in his treatment.
It's stable for us when he come in hospital, repeat computer tomography, and decide what to do now, what to do then. Maybe will be needed some surgery.
На цій локації ми маємо 10 автомобілів швидкої, і ми займаємося перевезенням поранених. Ця локація спеціалізується більше на перевезенні важкохворих поранених, важкопоранених пацієнтів. Переважно це пацієнти на штучній вентиляції легень. Зараз ми маємо найсучасніше обладнання в автомобілях, найпрофесійніших спеціалістів. Всі наші автомобілі – це реанімобілі, в склад яких входить лікар-анестезіолог з великим досвідом, другий медик та водій. За весь цей час діяльності МАЗ в Україні ми перевезли вже більше 20 тисяч осіб, і жодного з пацієнтів ми не втратили.
This is the third patient we've joined, and I should explain we're deliberately not showing the places where the patients are picked up or the places where the patients are dropped off, and that's because of some sensitivity. Russian missiles have landed on Ukrainian hospitals, and there's concern about revealing, even discussing those locations could put patients' lives in danger. It's the middle of the night, it's gone 3 o'clock in the morning. These crews are still working, and they said this is a normal night, this isn't a busy night for them, this is normal business.
Пацієнт отримав мінно-вибухову травму, осколок в нього потрапив у лобну ділянку та застряг в задньому розі головного мозку зліва. Був тільки вночі доставлений, тому що дорога, звідки його вивозили, прострілюється. Часу не було його вивозити в обід, і тому зараз у нас значна евакуація, веземо ми його в лікарню. Далі буду там оперувати його, доставати уламки із голови. Пацієнт у нас
patient with leg amputation, and during the operation, his heart was stopped. His heart stopped. Yes, so there was therapy, and he survived. And now we were going at
Ручку поправили.
This ambulance is in fact a Nissan pickup. It's a Nissan Navara. It's a lot more cramped than a normal ambulance in the back because there's no room for the medics to stand up. But the reason MOAS use these vehicles is that they're faster on the road, and they can go further off-road if they need to reach patients who are only accessible by by more robust 4x4 vehicles.
Now we should keep him sleeping and give him some painkillers because it's a very bad injury. It's very painful. Amputation, it's very painful wound. There is a big nerve like this, and it's very painful.
This is the 5th ambulance transfer that we've accompanied in the last 24 hours. In one sense, it's been remarkable to see the speed with which Ukraine's wounded soldiers are moved from the battlefield, from the place where they're wounded, to the aid stations and hospitals, to the places where their lives are saved. But it's also been a really sobering reminder of the price that Ukraine is paying, the butcher's bill, if you will, the cost in terms of limbs and lives. We were at one ambulance station for 24 hours. The 5 patients that they moved were all critically injured. They were considered red category patients. 2 of them had lost limbs. 1 of them had suffered a severe brain injury. 1 of them had suffered shrapnel around his heart. And this gentleman behind me has suffered severe chest and abdominal wounds, also caused by shrapnel. He's got damage to his liver. He's already had his spleen removed, and he's got shrapnel wounds to his intestines as well.
A lot of blood was transfused, a lot of solutions was transfused, infused. Now patient is stable.
Ні. Побратима свого везли, так? Ви старший лейтенант, так?
Ні, ми старшого лейтенанта ранили.
Ранили. І ви його виносили, так?
Винесли на так.
Ну, все добре. Вас прооперували.
Whatever the outcome of the war on the battlefield, one thing is already certain. That for these men on these ambulances, their lives are changed forever.